Hi, my name is David, and in today's video I'm going to take you through the journey of the differences between our white, cyan, magenta, yellow, black and our Sublime cyan, magenta and black cartridges. Many customers ask us what are the differences between these technologies and why there is no white sublimation or such, and I hope I can answer the questions in today's video. Next to me you can see a standard office or home laser printer. It's the Canon LBP 623 CDW series, and as any color laser printer it has 4 toner cartridge slots: black, cyan, magenta and yellow. And it comes with a black, cyan, magenta and yellow, as you can see here, toner cartridge, and from Ghost we offer you to top it up with a white toner cartridge to enable you to print in white. So these technologies are perfect to print on paper, on any colored paper. If you use the regular toners, you can use standard copy paper for your tax refunds or your invoices or whatever. And with the white toner you can print on colored media such as cardboard, invitations or other design papers. And of course, with our laser dark transfer media and our multi-trans media, you can also print onto textiles and mugs. This is the laser dark media. I'll hold it into camera quickly. And you can use this to print on a dark cotton t-shirt like this one. Or with our multi-trans, you can print on a black mug. So this is where you will need a transfer media, like an intermediate paper, to bring your design to the textile. Sublimation is a little different. For sublimation, the toners, we do not recommend to use these for standard printing methods, like for office printing or so. Sublimation toner has been developed to be a textile transfer toner, and it works in a sublimation process. Sublimation is a process where a dye that is on the paper, that is in the toner, evaporates. It basically sublimates, so it becomes from solid to gas in one single pass without going through a liquid state, and it kind of divides into the fabric. So I will show this to you. So with Sublime Toner you will print on standard 75-80 gram copy paper, and you will only use the colors black, cyan, magenta, yellow. There is no white. I will explain in the course of this video why. And you can transfer this onto polyester fabrics. You will need a polyester fabric to make the dye stick to the fabric, or you will need polyester coated mugs like this one here to make the color stick to the mug. But you can transfer anything that you print in these colors onto that paper using the sublimation process. The sublimation process is not available in white, and this is because in the sublimation, when the color becomes gas and goes into the polyester fabric, if you would have a black polyester fabric, there would be no color that is dense enough to put white onto a black fabric. And this is why there is at the moment no technology for white sublimation, but onto white or lighter garments like some pastel colors or so, you can use this technology. Very cost efficient, and it's a very quick process. But to make this a little more plastic for you, I'm going to clean up this space, and I'm going to show you both processes vice versa on 2 textiles. As you can see, I have prepared 2 printouts which I've made from the same file, and one printout is made with our Sublime toners for the Canon LBP 623 CDW, and one printout is made with our regular cyan, magenta, yellow and the white toner for this printer. And as you can already see, the white toner prints in white, and I've already done the A and B process on this sheet, so you can feel that this A foil is already sticky. So on the A and B process we've got many videos on the channel. I'm linking them in the info pane here, and I'd like you to check those out. But for demonstration purposes I've prepared everything here. So we're first going to transfer on our heat press to the sublimation to the polyester textile. The heat press is preset to 200 degrees. With sublimation you print on 200 degrees, and I'm just ironing out the wrinkles from this polyester shirt here quickly before I start the transfer. Alright, so I'm going to place the design on the textile, as this is regular copy paper, you can't see through, so you need to align it a little bit, but it will be good. You place it with the print side facing down, and then you press for 60 seconds only. So this is a very quick process, 60 seconds. And after those 60 seconds, we open up the heat press and peel it off hot immediately. So the advantage of this process is you can only use the light polyester textiles, but you print up to 40 pages with a laser printer on regular copy paper, which costs literally nothing. So the only cost you really have is the Sublimation Toner, and this comes with yields from 1,000 pages upwards. So you get a very good page cost, and you can personalize many textiles in a very short amount of time without the usage of many different transfer foils and A and B and so on. The downside, of course, is that you only can go on white, but still, for especially sports garments, polyester is the go-to fabric, so it's probably a very good way. I will show it to you quickly. Once the time is up, I open my heat press and I will immediately pull the transfer off, and you will see that the details coming out really nicely. So it's 3 seconds to go. 2, 1, open up the press, pull out the tray, and then just simply remove it. And you can see the colors really pop and look really nicely on the textile. If I grab into the textile, I can already feel that this print does not feel on the textile. It has no touch, and it's really cool. So this t-shirt is immediately finished after the pressing and after peeling it off. And now I'm going to change the settings on my heat press for the transfer onto this garment. The A-foil can be easily placed on your textile. That's a little advantage over the sublimation transfer. And then you close the press, cover it with a matte finish paper, and press for 30 seconds. Difference here is this is going to be a cold peel, so after the pressing we're going to wait until the textile is completely cold. We're pressing for 30 seconds. Again, for all the processes on the A and B transfer onto cotton and other fabrics, we've got many videos on the channel. I'd like you to check those out. All the materials that we use here are linked in the description and available on our website, so please head over there to check out which materials you might want for your next projects. Once the time is up here, 30 seconds, I open up the press and I take off the design. I leave the A-foil on the design and I let it rest and cool down until the textile is completely cold. Once the textile is completely cold, you can peel the A-foil. So you fold over at one edge of the design, you press the design down with your hand, and then you do a rolling motion over your design to remove the A-foil. You can see that this works quite well, and only the printed areas stay on the fabric. We need one more quick step here because the design is not finished yet. We go back to the heat press and we quickly press it with matte finish paper to ensure that this t-shirt has a good washability. I will say a few words on washability when we compare the two results. Alright, we've got both designs next to each other for you to compare. So let's first take a look at the white toner print using our A and B transfer paper. You can see that this is now a matte print, and if you feel it on a textile, it has kind of a touch-like screen print, and you can of course stretch this print, but at a certain extent, of course, any transfer will crack. This is normal. This is why you should normally not stretch your garment. This is washable when it's correctly finished for 35 to 45 washes. In comparison, if we take a look at the sublimation transfer, we can see that you cannot feel the transfer on the textile at all. This is because the color, the dye, has moved into the fabric itself, and this also makes this print immensely stretchable. So you can see I can really overdo things here, and if you flip it back, it comes back into its normal shape and there's no damage to the print. This is one of the big advantages, and also because it's completely into the fabric, this means it is very washable, very durable print. So comparing these two prints side by side, you can also see, of course, the difference that we use the white toner here. Everything which is black on the screen, which obviously comes black in the sublimation transfer, comes in white when the white toner is used. Differences obvious are that their colors are a little bit off. This is normal in sublimation transfer. Here you can use transfer toner onto cotton, polyester, dark and light fabrics, anything you want, but you will have to undergo the A&B process. With the sublimation shirt in comparison, you can only go onto light textiles and you're limited to polyester, but as a result you will get a very durable, very stretchable t-shirt or textile, and of course this works also on polyester coated other products. I hope this video did answer the question on the differences between our white toner transfer and onto Sublime Toner and Sublimation transfer. I tried to make it as obvious as possible for you. If there are any questions left, please feel free to put those down in the comments. We'll try to follow that up. Also leave us a thumbs up below and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to get notifications when we put out new videos. I hope you liked it, and I say thanks for watching and see you next time.